Hi everybody, my name is Maisy and welcome to my channel. This is super exciting because today we're going to be doing a massive pick a card reading on what's going to happen in 2023. I cannot wait to do these predictions for you. I love doing these pick a card readings, and if you love them too, please subscribe. Give me some comments on how they work for you. And yeah, here we go. So I have 3 cards in front of me as usual. These are going to be our signifier cards, and then we will use tarot and oracle cards to do our readings. On each of those cards, we have a crystal. Pick the one that works for you. Pick the one that is screaming your name. If you need more time, you can totally pause, but don't overthink anything. It's really an intuitive sense. So whatever one is picking or is lurching itself out to you the most is the one that you should pick. And then after that, we have timestamps below, and I'll meet you at your reading. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. This is for everybody who chose the amethyst here. So I guess it's a chevron amethyst. So for this one, we actually got 2 clarifying cards, so we'll read them both. We have the Knight of Wands reversed and the Knight of Swords upright. So a really interesting dynamic between 2 knights, 2 sort of immature energies going on. Swords being the one that is more actionable, and Wands being the one that is more idyllic. So when the Knight of Wands is reversed, it makes me feel like someone is saying more than... To me, okay, let's just start off with saying that these 2 cards don't feel like the same person to me. To me, they feel like different people. The Knight of Wands is feeling like someone who is saying a lot of things or thinking a lot of ideas, but not really following through with them. And this person is the one who's following through. So it could be that you have 2 suitors or 2 contracts or 2 people vying for your attention in some way, whether it's from a business perspective or from a relationship perspective. But it does look like choices. We'll just start with that, choices. We'll see what we come up with. So today we're using the Tempest tarot deck. This is my tarot deck. It's a nautical themed deck, and if you like it, the link will be below to purchase if you so desire, but I thought I would point that out. We are going to talk about what group 1 is going to encounter in 2023. Predictions. I feel like I'm always worried about this. Okay. Predictions and key elements to 2023. Oh my God, that's so crazy. Look at another night. Okay, we're gonna pull one more card here. And I try to read them in the order that they come up, so I guess we're gonna have 2 more cards. So it was this one first, and then it was this one. And then I believe it's this way. Well, this is the way. Okay. So the first card we have is the 4 of Pentacles reversed. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, lots of Pentacles here, lots of Virgo energy, Strength reversed, Ace of Pentacles, another Pentacle, Wheel of Fortune reversed, 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. So interesting. Okay, so let's dive in a little bit more. Okay, so the first card we have is the 4 of Pentacles reversed, symbolizing someone who's being a little bit selfish or stingy. So someone who's not providing, who's not sharing outside themselves. You know, they're just kind of thinking about themselves, worrying about themselves, and then worrying about you second. So it's becoming very apparent that it's not a 2-way street. This is definitely referring to one of these 2 people. The Knight of Pentacles, I think, is likely this person. Well, first of all, they are both Pentacle people, but on top of that, the Knight of Pentacles is loyal, but is also stubborn and very money forward. So if this is someone who's concerned about money or concerned about status, and leaving you out of that picture in some way, or feeling that you're a detriment to their status or money, or a risk then I would say that they're probably thinking about themselves first in order to maintain their status and money, and keeping kind of you to the side. So to me, it feels like you probably already know like who this person is. They're probably already in your life right now, and this story will just kind of further unfold as the year goes on. So if I had to decide between which is which, I would probably say that this person is the Knight of Wands reversed. Someone who's stuck in their ideals, stuck in their ideas, is very opinionated. It's very much, this is stubbornness, of course, here, especially being that Capricorn energy. So I just feel like this person is stuck in their ways. They've got an idea of how they should live or how they want to live. They're still building their career, and they're kind of like keeping you out of that a little bit. They have a goal, the Ten of Pentacles. That's the goal, and they're trying to see if you're a part of that goal, and it's making you feel really self-conscious. Like you don't feel strong in yourself. You don't feel like you're wanted or cared for, or even, I don't know, worthy enough to be in their space. I think that there's a lot of self-worth issues going on. So with all this going on, I think that you're starting to feel a little disconnected to this person, wondering whether they're right for you, which is the right way to think about it. As you move forward in the year, I think this is when things turn a little bit. We see the Ace of Pentacles for you, which indicates a brand new investment in something that's long-term. Aces are new beginnings, and pentacles represent those material things like your home, your career, your job, which is your career, your money, and your family, those things that we can physically touch. So the Ace of Pentacles says that we're investing in something that we hope will stay in our lives for a long time. So this is like buying a new house or getting a new job or starting a new job. So something happens somewhere along the line. And if I'm going through the timeline here, I'm assuming that this happens somewhere in like April or May, where you have like this new beginning for yourself that really boosts that sense of self-worth, not just for you, but also in their eyes. So they see you as someone who's capable, who can handle. And it could be that they come back as this after this happens. They come back as the Knight of Swords instead of the Knight of Wands reversed and being stingy and, But then again, it's like, is that enough? And I don't know. So moving forward, we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this says that something spontaneous and unexpected comes along. The Wheel of Fortune always deals with karma. It's like what is supposed to happen, like what's fated to happen. And in a reverse position, it means that like this is something that it's not necessarily considered good fortune, but it is for the best. This doesn't mean like something bad. It just means something that, an obstacle that comes in that was unexpected. So, for example, I'm just trying to think of an example. So you want to go to the post office, but then like your sister calls and she needs help with something, so you can't go to the post office. That would be like a Wheel of Fortune thing. It's not do or die, but it just is sending you on a different karmic path than you had thought. And maybe on your way to go help your sister, you meet someone. Like that's just kind of how it goes. The Wheel of Fortune always brings good things though. So we're going to dive into this a little bit in a second. But I'm going to keep moving forward with the rest of the year. We have the Six of Wands. We're in an upright position, which means success. So that's really exciting. So I think it must have to do with this. Whatever you start with the intention of following through on or investing in, you see success in. So you're happy you did it. You're happy it came through. And you feel really proud of yourself. This is pride. This is a Leo card. So it shows that you feel like you've accomplished something in this year and that you're feeling really good about yourself. So the Seven of Pentacles, this is kind of like the stop button or a pause button. And to me, it looks like you're dealing with yourself, your own life, your own goals and successes. It doesn't really speak a lot on love except for here maybe, But what I think this is saying, as it reflects back to that pentacle energy over here, I just think it says that like, that maybe none of these people are the right person, and that you should be patient. Be patient. Realize your own self-worth. You know, this is where all of this led to like this. And this is not where we want to be. This is where we want to be. Feeling pride, like a healthy dose of pride, and feeling like we're investing in ourselves, that we're making and creating success. And the Seven of Pentacles is saying that we should wait to give ourselves to someone who deserves it, you know? I'd like to know a little more about what this card is. What is the Wheel of Fortune? Like, we're gonna try to decide if I should do this deck. I guess I'm gonna continue with the Tempest. So we're gonna pull a clarifying card for this and see what would come up, see what we can get here. Okay, so Two of Pentacles reversed. Okay, so it's something, you invest in something, and then something else in the material world comes along and like puts you in a rocky place. So this is like investing in a home, like buying a house and then getting into a car crash or something, and then you have all the expenses for that plus the house expenses. And you see what I'm saying? Like, it's like you were fine to do this, but like with the second thing on top of it, it's becoming a little bit hard to manage. So I think expect a little monetary obstacle somewhere. I said this was April or May, so somewhere May, June, July, like somewhere in that realm. But you should just know like you're coming to an end where you're seeing success. So I do think that like you will make it. It won't be devastating. Let's see what else we can do. So I got this like Time Oracle deck, and I kind of want to pull a card for here. Or actually, no, I don't want to pull it for here, because I really do think this is like April, May. But I want to pull it for here. Like, how soon are you going to be feeling this, this leading up to this? So maybe we'll pull a card for the Strength reversed on, like, when is it going to be too much, you know? Let's see what we get here. When is this person going to be too much? Let's try again. When is this person going to be too much? Okay, so it looks like we have within 3 months. So this is going to be a longer sort of period right here. It's going to take a minute, I think, for you to figure out exactly how this person is affecting you. Let's pull some oracle cards here. Actually, I'm going to pull one more, sorry. I'm just all over the place. I'm going to pull one more card on like this person, what they're thinking. I've got the Seasons of the Soul Oracle deck here. So what are they thinking? Okay, sorry. I have one here. I'm going to do one more. Okay, so we have, you are so attractive. So they obviously think highly of you, but we also have, it's safer to keep all this in my head, which makes me feel, there we go, which makes me feel like this person is not ready to be vulnerable, not ready to open up. That's why I'm saying, like, it's making you feel bad about yourself when they don't open up. But it's not about you, you know, it's about them. They need some maturity. So I'm going to put these to the side for now. I'm I'm going to pull some astrological cards on like what's going to be like most prominent for the year for you, like what's going to hit you the hardest regarding astrological aspects and transits. Note that anything that comes up here I can do a reading for if it ends up being true. I do readings on eclipses, new moons, full moons, retrogrades, and birth chart readings, and 6-month and 12-month readings. So whatever you need, I've got it covered. Okay. Okay, so it's so funny because we have the second house, which is all about pentacles. It's all about the 2 pentacles here being like a little rocky because we have the second house reversed. On top of that, we have Capricorn, which is, you know, more of that earth pentacle energy. Additionally, I mean, currently we're in Mercury retrograde in Capricorn as I speak, but in general, a lot's happening with earthy energy. And oh, I'm sorry, I was holding up ascendant. I meant to hold up this one, Capricorn, but ascendant is also a thing. So if you are a Capricorn rising or sun, or you have an earth rising or sun, like Taurus especially is going to have a big year. It may be affecting your second house a lot. So there's a lot of eclipses happening. Well, there's 2 retrogrades happening in earth signs. We've got Virgo and Capricorn, and then we have an eclipse in Taurus. And depending on what your chart is, could it definitely be affecting or making a trine to your second house. I'm going to do one more pull here. I'm going to close out with this self-care deck that I always use. I love it. Like, what can you do to just maintain self-care? Oh, my goodness, that was close. Okay, so we have surrender. This is a journal prompt card. So I'm going to read off what surrender says. Are there relationships, places, or perspectives that I've outgrown and I'm still holding on to? How would it feel to surrender and fully trust what is meant for me, fully trust that what's meant for me won't miss me? How can I take a step toward letting go today? I surrender my need to control this situation and trust that life has better things in store. So control, there seems to be a lot of issue with control, especially with the earthy energy. There's that person, the 4 of Pentacles person and 9 of Pentacles person who stems from control, and from you who's trying to control your own life. Surrendering what happens, surrendering to the karmic wheel, letting go. I think those are going to be key themes for you because a lot's happening, especially in regards to the second house of worth. That's money and self-worth. Okay, lastly, I'm going to do a little die roll on like kind of where you should, like advice, where you should be channeling your energy, you know? Okay, so we have Pluto, the planet of destruction and change and transformation, in Libra, in the 4th house. So a lot to do with less with money, but more with family and just allowing your energy to go to places that are worthwhile. I think that's kind of a huge one, especially with those nights going on, and with family being the close connected. I think the close connected kin, you know, I think it's time to just only put your energy towards people who are, or who matter the most. Okay. Thank you so much, Group 1. I had a blast, and I hope to see you next time. Hey, Group 2, welcome to your reading. This is for the clear quartz people, this clear quartz cluster. Okay, so let's see your energy card. I'm going to put this over here. We have the High Priestess in a reverse position. So the High Priestess is all about our intuition. It's what we believe to be true in our gut. So when it's reversed like this, it just means that we are not following our gut instincts, that we're having issues trusting ourselves. So something to think about. You may be getting some intuitive nudges over the course of the next year that are pointing you in the direction of something that you need to see. So keeping an eye out for that. Okay, so today we're going to use that as like a theme sort of for the year. So we're using the Tempest Tarot deck here. This is mine. It's a nautical themed deck, as you can see. If you like it, there's a link to purchase below if you so choose. Okay, so let's see, what is group 2's deal? What's happening in 2023? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pull a couple more. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Let's see what we have here. We have the Knight of Wands reversed, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the Four of Wands reversed, Death, Ace of Swords reversed, my goodness, the King of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles reversed. So really big stuff happening here. The Knight of Wands reversed says that I think you're a little lost right now, like you don't have an idea of like where you want to go or what your basic plan is. So I just feel like part of this intuitive stuff has to do with the fact that you're not sure where you're going. 2023 seems like it should be exciting and fun, and like 2022 was a hard year astrologically, so I can totally understand everyone wanting a fresh start. But I think that you feel like you should know what's next and you don't, and that's stressing you out. Part of that reason is probably because you've lost something recently. The Ace of Pentacles says that we have lost something in our pentacle realm that we thought would last forever. So that's like, getting laid off from your job of 10 years or moving from one state to another. Those are massive life changes. So I think something like that happened in 2022. And now you're feeling a little like you have an identity crisis going on, because of this. You're like, well, that's all I was and that's what I wanted. And now I don't know what I am or where I want to go because I don't have that anymore. There's a lot of just uncertainty going on. You feel like you're losing success or like you're losing your overall life purpose. I think Four of Wands is very much about success, but it is about like dream fulfillment, basically. So I don't know if you have a dream anymore, and that's really bugging you. As we move through the year, another massive change happens, but I think this one is more in the realm of a like emotional change. One that causes you to be unsure of like what to do next, or like one that actually, that's true, but also it's more like one that actually thrusts you into something that you've never done before. Ace of Swords reversed. It's basically saying like you have to do something new that was not your choice. And the Death card in an upright position says like there's change happening. You're about to experience a push in the right direction, from like a karmic push in the right direction, and that's going to be challenging and not super fun. I would assume that this probably happened somewhere in like March. Yeah. As we move forward, we have the King of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles reversed. So I think these are two separate months, like they're not in the same month. This is probably somewhere in the summer, and this is probably somewhere towards the end of the year. But the King of Pentacles does say that like you're taking control, like you are blossoming. You have abundance going on. You're bringing in new cash and new assets for yourself. So even though this happened, you're still thriving. So I think that's really something to remember. So over the summer, you're going to feel pretty confident about yourself and in yourself. The Three of Pentacles, though, says that you're not going to be getting any help. So if you're looking for someone to invest in your product or your idea, or looking for outside money, looking for help from parents, things like that, like I don't think you're going to get it. The Three of Pentacles says that someone's going to say no to that. Teamwork, effort. You know what I mean? Let's see what else we have here. I want to know like what this change is, so I'm going to pull a clarifying card for that. If I can. There. Okay, let's pull a clarifying card for death. So I feel like you're going to be thrust into a position, a job that is more of a leadership role. We have the Emperor reversed, which is a leadership role, but it is reversed, which means that like it wasn't your choice. The Five of Swords says we're leaving someone. So I feel like someone higher up or something is leaving and opening up the position for you, which you may not want, but it's going to happen. So this is a leaving peacefully, by the way. So that kind of seems like that's what it's about. I kind of also want to pull a clarifying card on the Ace of Pentacles. See what, okay. And there you have it. So the Seven of Swords reversed comes up, which is a secret. So secret revealed, and Temperance, which is more of an emotional imbalance. So whatever this is less about losing money or material things and more about losing our emotional stability. So it could represent like the passing of a loved one, or saying goodbye to your childhood home, having to move out of your parents' house, like something like that where it is an emotional ending and that a secret has been revealed that you didn't know about, which encouraged that movement. So that should happen sometime in like March or February. But I guess we could pull, so I have like a time oracle deck that I'd like to pull on for the Ace of Pentacles, because I just feel like that's kind of like the momentum, like the starting point, you know? Wow, my goodness. We have, hold on, we have yes, and we have within 6 months. So it doesn't totally answer the question, but we're not going to ask it again. So we have within 6 months and yes. So this is going to happen. It's something out of your control, and it'll happen within from now until July. But definitely, we already knew that. I think that we're going to move on to oracle cards now. Okay, let's talk about like some astrological things that are going to be hitting you the most. Okay, so we have 4th house, Sun reversed, and the waning crescent moon. So I just feel like, yeah, like something about your identity is going to be crushing a little bit this year. It's going to be causing some change that's going to ask you to re-identify yourself, and that's going to be hard. And that's especially true with fourth house stuff. So I just feel like there's some family drama going on with that Ace of Pentacles reversed. That has to do with, I did say like a family member passing first, but it can also mean just, I don't know, having to help parents out, or not being able to see a loved one for a long, long period of time, that kind of thing. And then the waning crescent moon is like that ending period before the new moon happens. So it can just be saying like, this is the ending period before the new beginning. 2023 is an ending period. 2024 will be the new beginning. Okay, so let's take some advice from the astrological die on like how to handle this, what to do next. Oh, dang. Okay, so we have the North Node in Scorpio in the 5th house. So just embracing change, I think, and knowing that it's something out of your control and that it's fated for you. Like there are some things that are just coming, that are just part of life. And I think part of that is just remembering that and understanding it. And then the 5th house is sort of a lighthearted house. It's about having fun. So I would just say, like, even though change is scary and hard, it's just, we're going to have to look at it with a lighthearted perspective. Yeah. Looks like a lot of change is happening in 2023 for you. Okay, group 2, thank you so much for coming. That's your reading. I will see you next time. Hey, group 3, welcome to your reading. This is for everyone who chose the flower agate. Pretty cool. I love this one. Put that over there. Your signifier card for this reading is the 6 of Swords reversed. So this is about letting go, everybody, or rather the inability to let go. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Inability to let go. So we'll just start with that, see how that works for us. We're going to be using the Tempest Tarot deck. This is my deck. It's a nautical theme deck. If you like it, it is linked below. Okay, let's see what group 3, or what's going to happen to group 3 in 2023. Goodness. Okay, I think that's enough. So we're gonna do this in the order that they fell. So this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one was earlier. Okay, so we have a fair amount of cards here. Let's see. To start off, we have the 9 of Wands reversed, the Sun reversed, the 8 of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Chariot reversed, the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the Hierophant, the 3 of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so lots of ups and downs going on. The first couple months, maybe like the first 2 months, and we can pull some clarifying cards on this, are going to be filled with some existential dread, I'll say. It's more about like just feeling a little bit depressed, like the light at the end of the tunnel is just not there, you're not feeling it. I think that for a lot of people, 2022 was a little tough. There were a lot of tough aspects going on or transits going on. And so 2023 feels like it should be exciting, that there's a new beginning on the horizon, that we're moving forward. But with the Sun and the Nine of Wands reversed, it says that like you're feeling a little bit lost, that you're feeling a lack of energy, a lack of happiness and joy, and a lack of inspiration about what to do next. Like you're just feeling a little dark. Could be due to the weather since it's winter. We also have the 8 of Swords here. This is probably for the first couple months, like January, February. 8 of Swords is a card of anxiety. You know, it's about worrying, like, what do I do next? What's happening? The 6 of Swords over here could be referring to something that happened in 2022, where now you're feeling like, because that's gone, like, now what? Like, what the fuck, now what? And it's causing you some anxiety moving forward. You're like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing right now. However, as we come on to like April, May, and June, I think that's kind of where these are. We have the Page of Cups, which is symbolic of extreme creativity and blossoming ideas. So really feeling the love, if you're with someone, really feeling like you have a lot of creative energy to spend. So that's super great. And the Chariot even says that like you have multiple options and you're unsure of where to go. So this is actually a good thing, I think, because I'm reading them together. The Ace of Pentacles says a new beginning in something that's long-term regarding pentacle themes like money, career, family. So this could be like a new business venture, you know, like you're starting a new creative business and you start it somewhere in May or June. Or maybe you're embracing motherhood and you bear a child and mother in May or June, or get pregnant in May or June if that's what you're going for. So I just feel like there's a lot of upbeat energy happening as you turn into the summer. We have the Five of Cups though, which reveals something lost, an emotional loss. And we have the Hierophant, which makes me feel like you're turning to family. So if we're dealing with pregnancy issues, like this could be a downturn in the pregnancy. If we're dealing with heartbreak, this could be a breakup or a separation. Anything that like really just pulls at your heartstrings. But I think you turn to family, you turn to your core values, so like family and religion, you turn to that kind of structure to lift you up. And I don't think this carries on throughout the rest of the year. It seems very much centered in like 1 month. So maybe like July or something. We also have the Three of Pentacles, which is a card of teamwork. So this could go with the family uplifting. We also have the Queen of Pentacles in a reverse position and the Knight of Wands. So Queen of Pentacles in reverse position, I think, happens after this fiasco where you lean on family, you gather your strength, you get support, but you don't feel centered. Like you don't feel prepared or ready to take on the world. And I think you're feeling just a little lost here. But by the end of the year, you're back at it. You have like an extreme vision and you're ready to go after the future. So I think 2023 in general is probably going to be something that has to do with getting your mojo back, like just getting your emotional mojo back and finding and establishing a sense of purpose and self. This would be a great time to sign up for therapy. Looks like that's like my mental health tarot and astrology subscription. It just helps you, move on from your growth goals and overcome them. But in general, it just seems like we've got ups and downs going on. Let's figure out let's do a little clarifying card on the Five of Cups. I think that one is the one that's most, just is jumping out to me the most. Okay, so we have a change that we're not ready for and something that we're asked to look at with a different perspective or a new beginning. So it seems like mourning the loss of something, but looking towards the future. I mean, this could be something like the death of a pet or something, where you weren't ready for it, happened unexpectedly. You're having a hard time moving on, but it does offer a new perspective, like in that sense. If a pet passes away, then you have the opportunity to get a new pet to like reincarnate, So I think part of that is just looking at it from a different perspective, because this is all just, it seems like it's part of life. Like it just seems like it's a natural thing. Let's see. We're going to move on to our oracle cards. I feel like the self-help cards would be really good for you, since it seems like an up and down year. Like, what do you need to be thinking of this year in 2023? Oh, okay. We have courage here. This is an affirmation card, so it tells you some things to repeat to yourself. I'll read them out loud to you. It says, I make courage a daily practice. Through circumstances, or those circumstances may feel overwhelming, which is totally true here. I know I have what it takes. As I take time to recall the various hardships I have already overcome, I cultivate courage for the new thing before me. I know that every act of courage, whether small or big, makes an impact far beyond what I may see. I love that. It's perfect. That's a great one. Let's see. I'm going to pull some like astrological cards on like what kind of just transits might be affecting you most this year. We can always look into this. If something comes up, we can always look into this together later. Because there are a lot of movements going on that are important. Okay. I'm only picking a couple. Okay, so we have Jupiter. Jupiter is moving into Taurus this year, so that's pretty exciting. Big movement. We have the full moon reversed and Neptune reversed and Capricorn. Capricorn is a big one this year. Currently we're going through a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Capricorn, and there's a lot of Earth energy going on with Jupiter moving into Taurus. Eclipse is in Taurus, and a Mercury retrograde in Virgo later. The full moon makes me feel like I was thinking a full moon makes me feel like a lunar eclipse this year is going to be hitting you pretty hard. And that's going to bring out some of these issues with overwhelm. Jupiter is overwhelming. Jupiter in Taurus can be overwhelming in money and stability, especially. You can use family, but also it's hard to say goodbye to family and feeling unstable without them, that kind of thing. And then Neptune reverse, it just makes me feel that like it seems a little out of our control at this point in time. So remembering that this courage note is probably a good thing to do as you go through the year. You can make it. You can make it through anything. I'm going to use the astrological die to like give some advice as we close out here. Okay, so we have Moon in Sagittarius in the 3rd house. I feel like there's a lot of pain associated with loss here, and I just feel like Moon in Sagittarius, which is very much spiritual, evolutionary, that kind of thing, and then the 3rd house of communication, it just makes me feel like you're always in communication with your loved ones who have passed on. They're always there. Your heart communicates with them every single day without you knowing. And you can do this intentionally as well, but know that they're there, that they can feel your heart, they can feel what your heart says, and having the courage to go on without them is a tough thing to do, but it is worth every ounce of effort that you give. Yeah. Okay, group 3. Oh, I just realized this is about letting go and unable to let go. There's just heaviness here regarding passing on and losing people we love. So yeah, I have a feeling that courage will be a big one. Okay, group 3. Thank you for this reading. Thank you for allowing me in your space. If you want any further readings, I do astrology and tarot readings as well. So I will see you next time. Thank you for being here.